With 2019 coming to a close, Niantic definitely seems to want to deliver a great rest of December for all of us. After Community Day happening this weekend at the time that I record this, there will be several events or happenings in the game. Here's a general list of the 6 main points, but we'll really just run down the ways to optimize each one and just straight to the damn point. Since most have either already taken on Giovanni either once or twice, we can skip the first section, which is about Team Go Rocket's quest line that started this month. You know what to do if you haven't yet. See my video against Giovanni a second time with the link in the top comment and description. But after that, we've got different Pokemon hatching from the egg pool. It'll be interesting just because this doesn't change drastically too often, but that starts on Monday after Community Day, so that's December 16th is when you can first see it happening. Remember that the egg has to have been received on or after that day for it to be under the effects of the new egg pool. This actually can allow us to check out the bottom of the most recent Pokemon Go Live blog post that details all of this. See, starting on December 24th, Christmas Eve, you can carry and open twice as many gifts, but you'll also get a guaranteed single-use incubator once per day. You'll have to spin a gym disc or a Pokestop to get it, but they did this last year and I think the year before that too. It's very helpful, but only one use, then gone. Next up, Virizion will be the Tier 5 raid boss for Legendary Raids starting on Tuesday, December 17th. That's next week. Get your Terrakion now, if you haven't, and we'll quickly go over Virizion's counters and some need-to-know info. Use flying types first off because Virizion is grass and fighting, meaning it'll be especially vulnerable to your flying Pokemon. Moltres actually became the top flying type attacker in the game once they added in the move Sky Attack. Chances are, if you play casually, or just not too much, you may not have made any of the Moltres in your box have flying type moves. If you can afford the TMs, you could just TM any existing one that you want to use and change it back if you would like to. Or if you have multiple Moltres, maybe designate some as your flying type attackers, Wing Attack, Sky Attack. If you don't have any or many Moltres, down the list you can also use Honchkrow or Rayquaza with flying moves as viable counters. One of the potential moves that Virizion looks like it could have when going up against you is Stone Edge, and that might be the only thing that really could present a problem for you if you had all flying type counters against it. Otherwise, should be just a really easy legendary raid, honestly probably the easiest of all of the Swords of Justice. That would be Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. Aside from all of that though, is the return of Lugia and Ho-Oh yet again to the game. I personally feel like this is good because some people don't have the shinies yet, or just started the game, or just joined in after being away for a long time. They definitely deserve a shot at these legendary birds even if you have 70 of them. It'll also only be happening for 3 days starting Friday, December 20th until Monday, December 23rd. Starts and stops at 1 p.m. Pacific time on those days. Virizion will also still be in the raid rotation during that time as well. So get the shinies, and here on screen are the counters for Lugia and Ho-Oh. There will be a very winter-focused set of things going on in Pokemon Go starting midnight of Christmas Eve and lasting until January 1st, 11:59 p.m. in your local time zone. Here's the list on screen, but I think the main thing that I should mention is that there will be new shinies in the form of Stantler and Snover, and during this time, Stantler will actually be wearing bells. Those are new shinies coming in, but will possibly have a good chance at existing shinies like Sneasel, Delibird, Snorunt, then the Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Vulpix in the 7K eggs. Pikachu, Raichu, Pichu, they'll be wearing beanies, and presumably will be able to shine as well. Now for another introduction, Cubchoo is a Gen 5 Pokemon that will be coming into the game, so get ready to welcome this ice ankle biter pretty soon, December 24th. You can find it in the wild at that point, and it evolves into Beartic. Looks like the icy version of Ursaring, if you ask me. While there is some other information like the 2x catch Stardust and XP and candy and all of that stuff, you'll see on screen the dates and times here for those. I suppose that the last thing I did want to talk about is that on December 28th, that's a Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. your local time, there will be a wintry Saturday event. Essentially, it's just longer glacial lures. Glaceon can learn Last Resort if evolved during the event, and Regice comes back to raids for that time. Maybe good chance to try for its shiny variant, and you'll get 2 extra free raid passes during that window. So for me, kind of the best information here really is the introduction of some of the new shiny Pokemon, and of course the chance at some old shinies. But if we're coming at it from a more meta-relevant or battling standpoint, the most important thing to me will be the 2x Stardust. So if you can only play for like a short time, that Saturday, December 28th is when you'll get the 2x Dust, as well as into the Sunday right after that until just before midnight. So that might be a good thing to capitalize on. Otherwise, you know, Delibird is not available too often, so the fact that it's kind of coming back and it has a shiny form now, I'd say be looking out for that. I will personally. I actually never got its shiny, so I need it. But okay, I'm not going to keep you any longer other than just to say, be looking at the end screens here on screen to be taken to another video. We covered a lot of the Team Go Rocket leaders, but if you want more coverage or any videos about them, definitely request in the comments below. And thank you so much. Happy holiday times, I guess we'll say.
And thanks for viewing.